put on a spritz of cologne for you animals this morning. Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome. Even when I'm spritzing, I'm like, what am I doing? What am I doing? And in the back of my head, I'm having this like conversation with myself. Like, hey, like the fucking sleazebag back there is like, hey, who knows if any checks are going to show up, you know? And I'm like, oh, yeah, you're right. 2 spritzes, that's it. Yeah, Puerto Rican guys, Italian guys, listen up. 2 spritzes, about a foot away from your neck. A foot and a half away. That's it, 2 spritzes. We got this Puerto Rican guy at work. All right, he comes up to his locker in the break room. I don't understand why you can't put cologne on at home. You have to do it in-house. He takes the cologne out of his locker. It's like, I'm like, it's like a cowboy from Full Metal Jacket throwing a smoke bomb at the sniper. Was it Cowboy or Private Snowball? I don't know. It's the next thing you know, the whole break room's in a haze of cheap cologne. And then I gotta break his balls, right? We'll say his name is, I don't know, Rico. And I gotta go, hey Rico, you gotta start out with something nice first and then chop it down. You say, hey, nice cologne. Where'd you get it? Walgreens? And, oh no, Poppy, this is good cologne, Poppy. No, Poppy. Everything Poppy. I remember when I had my Lincoln Town Car. You understand? I had this black Lincoln Town Car. 100-spoke, knockoff wheels, white walls about this thick on it. Oh, yeah. Ashtray in every corner of the car. You understand? Ashtray under the dashboard like a dresser drawer. This type of thing. Oh, my God. This was like a Puerto Rican magnet. Everywhere I went. I remember when I went to work, a Puerto Rican guy was coming out. And he comes out, he goes like this. He goes, hey, Poppy, that's a fucking car. That's a fucking car, Poppy. It was hilarious. I said, oh, yeah, thank you. Then we had this Jewish guy that used to work there. And he was a drug addict when he was a kid. Back, in Brooklyn, this type of thing. He was a drug addict. All these Jewish Italian guys come from the city out to Long Island. And this guy was shot beyond belief, That was his big claim to fame. He liked to tell you how he used to do like sacks of heroin and stuff like that. You notice when you talk to a lot of like ex-drug addicts and you start talking about drugs with them, which I really don't have anything to say. I mean, I smoked a little pot when I was a kid, so I didn't really have anything to say. But, I always have a generous ear when it comes to listening. So he would start talking about his heroin and how he used to cop heroin and this guy stabbed him and this, that, the other thing. And you're like, they love it. They love it. And he used to show me pictures of himself when he was a kid and try to tell me how cool he was. Anyhow, he shows me a picture of himself with I don't know, he had like a Converse All-Stars on. He goes, look at that. He goes, look at those shoes. He goes, oh yeah, I was cool. And in my head, I'm thinking, all right, you're like the complete opposite of cool your entire life. Yeah, that's basically it. Did I have the heart to tell him that? No. Let him live his dream. Anyway, he's telling me about how one time he had a 65 Starfire. Was it an Oldsmobile Starfire? And he goes, oh yeah. He leans into me. He goes, that was a real cunt car. And I'm thinking to myself, you might have just told me the most disgusting thing I ever heard in my life. What the hell is a cunt car? I was like, what does that mean? He goes, oh yeah, you get a lot of cunt in that thing. A lot of cunt. Oh my God. Some people, stuff like that doesn't normally bother me, but coming from the right person, he was like an old guy, I don't know. It's like when we went to the bowling alley one time with my buddy. And he goes, we walk in there and the place was loaded with hot chicks. And he comes up to us. We're all like, filling out the scorecard. This is back when you had to write the scorecard. And he goes, man, this place is loaded with a lot of hot asshole. And I'm like, hot asshole? What the fuck are you talking about? I don't know. Hey. So now, of course, I say that all the time. I say cunt car all the time, and I say hot asshole. Because it had this psychologically damaging effect on me. So I figured, hey, let me, pay it forward. Yes. So it became two of my favorite phrases to say. Yeah. That's a real cunt car. Yeah. All right. I don't know what to tell you. Listen, when I was in the 6th grade in social studies class, I had this hot chick that used to sit in front of me. And oh my God, I would try to get her attention. She wanted nothing to do with me. So one morning, I'm getting ready for school, like combing my hair. Oh yeah, it doesn't get any better than this. And I open up the, what is it, the fucking medicine chest? Do we call it this anymore? What do you call it these days? It's the medicine chest. I don't know. And there's my father's bottle of English leather cologne. I'm like, oh yeah, today's the fucking day. Today's the day I take this broad to the prom. I take the English leather. This was English leather cologne in a white bottle and it had like a hologram on it. You understand? Of like, I don't know, like the ocean. And I'm like, wham, wham, wham. I was like Jack Palance. Remember Jack Palance for Aqua Velva? He goes, what did he say? I don't need some fancy cologne to tell me that I'm a man. And he takes the Aqua Velva and he puts it on his hand and he's like this. It looked like he was hitting himself with a piece of meat. He goes,
some fancy aftershave to tell me I'm a man. And I don't need some expensive cologne to make time with the ladies. I use Skin Bracer. It smells great. It also cools my skin, tones it up, and takes care of it after a good close shave. I don't need anything more. Confidence is very sexy, don't you think?
Anyhow. I sit there and I take a bath in this English leather. You understand? Yeah, I take a Puerto Rican shower. Yeah, that's what I do. That's what when I'm out here working all day. When I go to work and then I come out here and I work all day, and then my wife shouts out the window, "We're going to my mother's for dinner." I brush off the dust. I go in the house and I start spritzing myself with Kalanja. And my wife's like, "What are you doing?" I say, she's Dominican, so I say, "I'm taking a Dominican shower." Silent spell every time. She hates it. Hey, what are you gonna do? Dominican shower. Anyhow, I get this English leather on. I'm like, oh man, wait till they get a load of me. I get into the social studies class. I sit behind her. I'm like this now. I'm like, she had this long hair. You know how that kind of thing drives you crazy in school? Like chicks with long hair. You're like, oh, boner under the desk. Oh. You have no idea the predatory type of thoughts going through a young man's mind when those hormones start kicking in. Oh, you have no idea. Oh, I used to have an English teacher that would sit on the desk. Yes, she would sit on the desk in a skirt and cross her legs on the desk, and you're like, you're sitting there vibrating in your chair. You have no idea. You're 13 years old and you're just like vibrating in your chair. Yeah. And then and then the bell rings, and then you gotta take your book bag, and you're like, oh, okay, good day, Mrs. Johnson, good day, see you around. You have no idea the legendary hard-ons that occurred during middle school and high school. I can't believe like a ligament didn't break or snap. You'd be sitting on a school bus on the ride home, and there'd be kids like hitting you in the head with books, throwing papers at you, and you'd have Ace of Base on the perpetually on the school bus radio for some reason. I opened up my eyes, I saw the sign. Zippity boom bing ba pow. I mean, I couldn't take it anymore. That song is melted into my mind. Thank you, mainstream media. I can't get it out of my head. And all of a sudden, you're popping a rod in your pants. You're like, oh my God. You're in the midst of all this chaos. There's a rod popping in your pants. You're like, oh, that's great. Fantastic. Anyhow. So I'm sitting behind her and I'm wafting my English leather. I'm like, oh, hey, here you go. How about that? And all of a sudden I hear, what's that smell? She's like, something stinks. And she turns around and I'm like, yeah, it smells like cheap cologne. And I do the old, like when you honk the horn at somebody and they look behind, and then the trick is you look behind too. Like, hey, who's honking that horn? So she looks around, and I'm like, yeah. And I look behind me and I look at her and I'm like, some people, Christ almighty. Then she turns around and I'm like, I mean, this type of thing. I mean, yeah. I'm still waiting till I gotta have the conversation with my son about how you gotta treat chicks like shit in order for them to like you. I mean, let's face it. Yeah, women, you bring it on yourself. I'm sorry. Process of elimination. That's all. It didn't take long for me to deduce this. I think I was in like the 7th grade, Spanish class. I go in there and I'm sitting in front of one of the hottest chicks in high school at the time, Melinda Berrios. Yes, she had the long curly hair. You understand? A set of dates out to here. Okay? Something that no middle school boy should have to even make proximity with. Oh my God, you want to talk about boner valve tripping tits? You have no idea. These were like decans coming at you. And like curvy. And back then it was, it was kind of like, it was almost like Daisy Duke era. You understand? This type of thing. Cut off shorts. And I remember, like, I would walk in and she'd have her legs crossed and like perfect posture. You understand? Perfect posture. These double D's heaving over the desk. And no books, because for some reason hot chicks didn't carry around books. Do you remember that? And she'd be sitting there with legs crossed, but I noticed out of the corner of my eye, she had like cellulite. This is how advanced she was. She had cellulite on the like the hamstring of the thigh, like with her legs crossed, you could see cellulite there. So I remember I just took note of that, and I sat down, and kids started making fun of me. Well, when you're about 6 foot tall in middle school and 120 pounds, yeah, a kind of an easy target. I come in like an emaciated cadaver. You turn sideways, you can't even see me. And I sit down as awkward as I want to be, and I had like dirty sneakers on. Yeah, I know, because my mother would buy me one pair of sneakers for the entire year. Oh no, I would get a pair of sneakers, and then maybe mid-year I'd get another pair of sneakers. This is how it was, all right? We didn't have sneakerheads, this type of thing. People that collect sneakers, okay? And they were not expensive sneakers, all right? And they were white, and they were dirty, because I'd be out doing things, like playing guns, Still. In the 7th grade, still running around playing guns. Yeah. So they're all making fun of my sneakers, and then she starts picking on me. She goes, ew, your sneakers are so dirty. Why are your sneakers so dirty? Get a new pair of sneakers and whatnot. And I remember I turned around. Enough was enough. You understand? First I got these guys picking on me. Now I got this fucking broad picking on me. Even though she was smoking hot. The switch goes off in your brain after a while. And I turned around and I said, what did I say? This is a good one. I can get rid of my sneakers, but you can't get rid of that cellulite. And let me tell you about a mic drop moment. I mean, I completely shattered her whole existence. Oh yeah, it's one of the triumphs of my life. Do you understand? There was kids falling out of chairs. You understand? She went cherry red. And after that, she was like, you know, like hitting me, joking with me, you know, like she'd always like acknowledge me when I walked in the room. So yeah, let me do a simple logic equation. Treat you like a complete lump of shit and get respected. Wow, thank you, women. Thank you for programming another piece of shit man out there. Yeah, wonderful. Wonderful. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know why I can't find the right guy. Yeah, well, that's why. That's why, honey. Callahan here. Reporting for duty. Can we just, like, stop the charade already? I don't think this thing works anymore. Oh. And we're scanning, I think we're scanning for crimes. Oh, my God. I pick up my son from school the other day, and, you know, we go home and it's automatically Rita falls on the floor. He automatically runs to the couch, or he runs for his iPad, or this type of thing. And then the next thing you know, he's curled up like a potato chip on the couch for the next few hours. You understand? I said, you know, we got to get out of the house. I said, all right, son. We walked through the door. I said, keep your jacket on, we're going for a walk. And he has like a mental breakdown. He's like, no, I want to play my Switch. I want to play my Switch. He's like, you don't understand. I was at school all day. Like that's what he said to me. Like, he had such a rough day at school. Now he had to unwind on his Switch. I said, no, we're getting out of this coffin and we're going to go outside for fresh air. My dog's sitting there with Howard Hughes fingernails from not going for a walk. Somebody told me that to take the dog for a walk, it trims the toenails. Yeah, like it abrades the toenails. I was like, oh, this is fantastic. We'll take him for a walk. So I got to fight my son. Like, I'm trying to do the right thing. Let's go for a walk. Get a little fresh air. Get a little exercise. This type of thing. Yes. So I got a routine. I got to get the dog shit bag because all of a sudden when we walk, it's toilet time. Yeah, I got to take a heaving dump time. So I get the shit bag, I get the leash. Once I get the leash, the dog goes bananas. He's jumping up and down. He wants to go for a walk. Great, everybody's happy except for my son. We go for a walk, and I got a couple destinations I like to go to. I mean, there's a vacant lot with a sign that says no dumping. And, I don't know, I like to walk past that and count all the new debris. I'm like that program that what NASA has. Don't they have like a program that tracks all the debris in outer space? I like to walk by. I'm like, no dumping, eh? There's a new can of Orange Crush laying in the corner over there. I got it all mapped out in my head. Yeah, that's a piece of rope. That wasn't there before. All right, jot that down. I mean, somebody kill me, please. This is what I do. Then we got a guy, he's like real political. He's got the Trump banners and stuff like that. Trump this, Trump that. I like to walk by him. Like who the fuck would hang anything political on their front lawn? This is what I don't understand. Why would you advertise? You might as well advertise, I'm a complete moron. I'm into politics. Yeah. So I like to walk by his house. I just look at the house and like, all right. Yeah, that's, exciting thing not to do. Number two. Then there was this one instance in my entire life where I was walking my dog and this hot chick came running over from a car and like started petting my dog. And we had a little conversation. So now this is perpetually the spot that I go back to. I don't even know if she lived there. She was just by the car. But I'm like, if there's a fucking chance in hell that can happen again, that's where we're going. So that's a spot. Yeah. Then there's a house with an old Ford Falcon. Oh, fucking awesome. 2-door Falcon. Probably got like a little 260 under the hood. Automatic. Nobody's perfect. But, I said, there's a chance there could be a for sale sign on it, so I always have to walk past the Falcon. It has the perfect patina on it. Like surface rust on the trunk lid and the roof, but not too much rot. You understand? All I would do is I would get it mechanically sound and drive it just like it is. It's convertible, drop top, on the way to the beach. Come on. Got that little 260 under there gurgling over the bridge. Glass pack mufflers. I'm in! I put a note on the car. Yeah. If you're interested in selling it, I live right down the road here. I just like to fix it up a bit and drive it. It hasn't moved. I have a sight line. When I get perpendicular to it, I look down the bumper, and it's perfectly lined up with the expansion crack in the sidewalk. Yeah. So, it hasn't moved. I'm tracking that as well. Then as we walk, I look to see how many houses have, old school television antennas. Yeah. 5. I got 5 houses on my route. This type of thing. Then if it's garbage day, home run. I'll look in the garbage. I'm not above it. I know. Sometimes it'll even come past my lips to my son. And I shouldn't be, subconsciously programming him, but I am. I say, wow, it's a great garbage day. And he's looking at me like, oh yeah, Pop? This type of thing. So anyway, we're walking along, and yeah, here comes one of the neighborhood dogs. We know him. Cooper. We met Cooper before. My dog apparently likes Cooper. Cooper apparently likes my dog. They go nose to nose. They sniff first, right? Then it's right over to each other's assholes. They smell each other's assholes. Best of friends. They've met 5 times before. I don't know. The owner, he had like a stroke. One side of his face is hanging down. He looks like Nosferatu. What do you want from me? Then we had the small talk conversation. Hi, how are you? I'm good. How are you? The weather, this type of thing. Boy, kill me! I felt like saying to him, your face, it looks like a horror movie. What happened? But you never say that, do you? That would be interesting. Then I got something to tell I had a stroke. I fell down the stairs. I landed the face first onto a den of mousetraps. I don't know. So talk about the weather. And then after you talk about the weather, it's, generally very silent. So here we go. My dog, Cooper, and they're doing the nose sniff. Then, like, out of nowhere, they turn into, like, this tornado of attacking each other. They're attacking one another. And they start winding the leashes. Like, my dog's trying to get away. All right? I'm not here to tell you. Like, I'm not here, one of these dog owners, like, he attacked my my foo-foo, and my foo-foo would never attack anybody. I'm not like that. They just went into a fucking rumble. And it happened so fast. And the leashes started spinning around like this, and so they like locked into each other. It's like a knife fight in the 80s where you tie wrists together. It was like how it's made when they show you how they make cable, and all the cables come together like this and twist. They're all twisted up and knotted up. My dog's on his back, yelping. And Cooper's on top of him, like just attacking. He's beating the shit out of my dog, okay, which was embarrassing enough already. I'm like, oh, great. My dog's not even winning. Fantastic. So I go to reach down, and it's like this, just like, it looks like a cartoon where it's just like with dust everywhere, and I'm going to reach down to grab my dog, and there's just teeth going like this. I'm like, I'm going to get bit. I got to go get a tetanus shot now or something. I don't know what's going on. I said, why do I got to fucking deal with this? I just wanted to go for a walk. My son can't stay out of the middle of the road the whole time for some reason. That was another thing that was stressing me out. Like, no, stay to the side, son. And eventually he just wanders into the middle of the road again. No, stay to the side, son. And he's in the middle of the road again. It's just nothing but stress. I just want to go for a walk. So I reach down and I grab Cooper. And these are two little shit dogs. Do you understand? They're this big. Maybe they're 15 pounds apiece. I go to grab Cooper and pull him off my dog. He's like locked onto my dog's neck. This is like when you watch nature videos and the lions are taking down a buffalo. So I'm like, I don't want to pull him too hard because, I don't want to rip my dog's trachea out. So I'm like pulling, I'm like, come on. And Nosferatu's just sitting there like this. He's just sitting there like this. He's not doing anything. So by stroke of God, Cooper, I guess he bit my dog's collar and released it. And I see the collar go, ba-joink. And I'm like, oh, this is my opportunity. So I reach to the bottom of the pile and I just hit my dog in the ass and he out from under him because he's free now off the leash. And I hit him out from under the Cooper and my dog goes flying. Now, here's the thing. I never had my dog off the leash before. Yeah. So he takes off running. I'm like, is this going to be I don't know, Forrest Gump? He's just going to keep on going? Is he going to run and get hit by a car to the horror of my son? This will be like the nightmares that he wakes up to until he's 30 years old, watching his dog get run over by a car? That's all I need. I never saw a dog get run over by a car, but I imagine their head explodes. I'm like, this is what we need right now. This is what we need right now. And my dog has absolutely no training whatsoever. Yeah, whatever training we did to the dog is wrong training. In other words, he eats one of my socks, my wife takes the sock out of his mouth, and when he releases the sock, he gets a treat. I'm like, what kind of thinking is this? So basically, you rewarded him for taking my sock in his mouth. So we do reverse dog training at my house, yes. So my dog takes off, tearing ass down the road, and I'm like, what the fuck's going to happen now? Am I ever going to see this thing again? Because I got news for you. If I'm a dog and I get off leash, I'm gone. I'm gone. If the bums at the train station can do it, I can do it. This is Long Island. You can find food everywhere. I would hang out in the back of Gino's. Chicken Parmesan all day. Miraculously, he stops at the corner. And he actually waited for me. This is proud pet owner right here. I walked up. I put the leash on him. Then I started walking back. I walked back past the guy. I said, hey, have a nice day. I'll see you around. And he was like, okay. Like nothing happened. What do you say? All right, scumbag asshole with your scumbag dog. I'll see you. Have a nice scumbag day. It wasn't his fault. Why don't you go haunt the house somewhere now? Guys, can we roll the theme song? Yeah, there's a theme song today, all right? We play by the rules. There we go. Yeah.
Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer says the trial will begin the week of February 8th. Senate Republicans had requested the delay to give Trump's legal team more time to prepare the former president's defense. Trump is charged with inciting an insurrection in the aftermath of the violent attack on the U.S. Capitol building.
All right.
Votes on President Biden's arguments
are being delayed to early February. Senators will be.
Can we get some music on that thing? I don't know, guys. We're going to do something a little special today. We had a viewer of the show remind me that there's a button on the game station where you can randomize. Yes, isn't this wonderful? It says it at the bottom of the screen. I've been looking at it for over a year now, but for some reason I don't pay attention to anything. So why don't we pull down the game station and we're going to hit a random system and a random game, and I don't care what it is, we're going to play it. I don't care if it's Mahjong. Picture time. I ain't even doing that. Get the controller, plug into the Edison line, pipe into the Sansui 1010, charging atomic batteries, turn off the lights of attrition, and move you, I'm talking, into prime time position. All right, so here's the rules. As my voice squeaks, the X is the random button. We randomize the console and we randomize the game. That's all there is to it. Game and watch. All right, that's the rules. Randomize the game. Dungeons and Dragons computer fantasy game. Okay. Boy, oh boy. Attack. Cursor. Move. How do you move? Oh God, no, no. Ay. I'm stressed out already. Okay, here we go. Back to the Atari. Let's random, virtual, ay. Tic-tac-toe. Please, Jesus Christ. All right, who bought this game? That's what I want to know. All right, let's get started, shall we? Oh, thank God it doesn't work. All right. This is what we're going to do. Okay. We're going to go to all games. and randomize because I don't have the stomach for this. And X. Phantasy Star 2. How are we gonna play this? All right, no. Bigfoot Bonkers. All right. It doesn't work. Oh, a gift from God himself. Hatsu, Pretty Sheep, MSX, we're in. I mean, I guess we're in. Oh, we're playing with 512 bytes, guys. Watch out. Hit the space key. All right. We're going to put the sheep in the gate. Is that it? Hold on. Oh, open the gate. Okay. Come on. Come on. In the gate you go. Shut the gate. Shut. Come on. In the gate. In the gate. Here you go. Close the gate. You fucking filthy animal. Come on. In the gate. Out of the gate. Close the gate. In the gate. All right. Close the gate. How about that? Okay. I got a headache. I got a headache. All right. Random, please. All right. Prince of Persia. This is in ports. We can't play ports. Okay. Math Patrol. Okay. The Kleptoid Threat. Oh my God. All right. Thank you, developers. We know. It's all about you today. New game. Let's get into it, huh? No. The year is 2762. I should have a chip in my head. I don't have to do math. Get started here. All right, we got a ship here. All right. Can we get started, please? Oh, it's like a shooter. Look at this. What are we flying? The space shuttle? Is it the Challenger? Oh, this is my kind of math. All right, what do we do? Problems are shown up here. Just shoot the right answer. All right, triangle, triangle, square, triangle, triangle, right? All right, can we get started, please? All right. Okay, triangle, yes. Circle. Circle. Yes. Square. No. Square. Oh boy. Circle, yes. Circle. Oh God, it just sucks. It just sucks. All right, can we get a game? R-Type PC Engine, yes, of course, right? No. Turok, we can't play N64 games. Afterburner 2, PC Engine, hey! Why not? Alright, here we go. Alright, come on, Goose, here we go. What do you got? Whoa, up. How am I going? Oh, up is up with this airplane game? That's ridiculous. Oh. Doesn't look bad. Surprisingly easy to control. It's just screwing me up that up is actually up and down is actually down. Oh, Jesus. Whoa. Guys, the PC Engine is doing a hell of a job on this. It actually feels like you can almost control it. Oh! Jeez! Oh, okay. We reload our weapons through a hose. Alright, I'm in. If you say so. God, I just wish the controls were reversed. Oh! 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 Hey, not too bad, not too bad. Let's try one more. Fighter and Attacker. Arcade. Alright, now we're getting somewhere. It doesn't work. Battle be... What? Fire spirits? What is this? What do we got on the clock here? All right, we can do this. Oh, Atlas. Look at this Game Boy Advance doing it, baby. What is this? Let's get to it. Oh boy. Okay. Okay. Oh my God, Nintendo, why every time I start a game you have to own my life? Alright, you're boring me to death. Let's get started here. Okay. Yes. Instructions, oh great. Oh, I got a splitting headache, please! What is this? Oh my God, the GBA is coming on strong here, people. Ah! Ah! Horses. Oh. Stallion? Mare? Look at that, the classic stallion. Come on. Your own horse farm? Good ride. Yeah, let's do that. Can we do that? Yeah. Oh my God, where are we going? Where's my horse? I want to take it for a ride. Here's the well. Can I jump into it head first now? Where's the freaking horse? I want to die. Somebody shoot me. Guys, do you realize that you just tuned into the greatest video game program in the history of human civilization? And you better believe that. With a 4K face! We'll see you next time.